Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 5th grade concept of multiplying decimals. This is standard 5.3e in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 10 of the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So a man is going to buy 6 cans of tuna. Each can is going to cost 93 cents. Total amount of money he spent on the cans of tuna. So we're just looking for the total. So if I wanted to show this as a strip diagram, this is what I would draw right here. Right, I'm saying I'm missing my total. And I've got 6 cans. And each can is going to cost the same amount. All right, so I'm just going to put 0.93 in each of these. All right, so I've got 2 different options, and I'll do both of them side by side so you can see how they work. One of them would be repeated addition. As you see here, I just got 6 sets of 93 cents, right? So let me just go ahead and do that right here. So I'm going to take my 93. And I'm just going to line it up. Now, when we add and subtract decimals, we need to make sure we line up our decimals. So if we just did this 6 times, we could just do it like this. Now, a faster way, which is why we learn it, is multiplication, right? So I've got 6 groups of 93-cent cans of tuna. So I could also do 6 groups of 93-cent canned tuna. That's going to be slightly faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pretend it's 93. I'm going to make it a 2 by 1. We don't really need the 0, simply because that's just going to give me a whole row of zeros. And remember the commutative property multiplication. You can multiply the factors in any order. Doesn't change the product. So I want to make it a 2 by 1 rather than a 1 by 2. So let me show you how these two are identical, and you can decide which one you think is going to be faster, right? So if I wanted to add, I can add 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So you're going to carry it like this, right? Look what happens when I multiply. 3 times 6, 18. So in either way, you're doing 3 6 times. You can either add them up 3 6 times, add up to 3 6 times, or you could just multiply. Now, if I want to do my addition here, look at all these 9s I've got to do, right? So I'm going to add all these 9s first and then add that 1. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Add that 1 is 55. Carry that 5 right there. So right here, I've got my 9 times 6. I just need to know my 9 times 6. That's 54. Add that 1 is going to be 55, which is what I ended up right here. So I'm just going to add 5 and all of those zeros. That's going to get me 558. Now here's the difference, and here's the one trick we need to keep in mind when we are multiplying by decimals. So you notice when we add decimals, we need to line up the decimals. So when you're either adding or subtracting decimals, you line them up. That's just the rule. When you multiply or divide decimals, you don't worry too much about lining them up. We just really treated this like 93 times 6. That's really what we pretended this was, 93 times 6. But at the end, you have to count how many digits are behind the decimal in the factors. So I've got 1, 2, and then I don't have any digits behind the decimal because that 6 is in the ones place. So I've just got 2. So you've got to make sure there are as many digits behind the decimal in the product as there are in the factors. So I've got 2 digits behind the decimal in my factors. So I need 2 digits behind the decimal in my product. So you don't line it up, you just bring that decimal in at the very end. But either way, whether we add it up using repeated addition or whether we use multiplication, our answer is going to be G, $5.58.